Hey guys, Anders here, welcome back to another video. Big news in this video, something pretty unexpected. It's looking like Battlefield 2042 could potentially get a full second year of content. There's quite a bit of things to go over, and of course I will give my opinion as to whether or not Battlefield 2042 should get a second year of content. But if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I upload regularly, and be sure to have notifications on, as you don't want to miss an upload, because I've been posting a lot more funny shorts recently, and let's just say the comment section on those is unhinged at best. So, what happened? Why are we talking about Battlefield 2042 Year 2? Well, there were some sources on Reddit that actually found this screenshot right here through some methods that I'll go into detail about later. It reads, Battlefield 2042 Year 2 Upgrade Display Name Placeholder Text. This is a screenshot from Origin, and the paragraph reads as follows. Battlefield 2042 Year 2 Upgrade Long Description Placeholder Text. The submissions process has not been completed, so this content does not yet have all the final assets. Before you write a bug for missing blah blah blah, so it's basically just the person that's like writing the code for this is writing like a placeholder text there. And to know what everyone is probably thinking, how do we know this is real? How do we know this isn't some sort of elaborate troll? And let's actually go to the direct sources for this. So this is one of the first posts about this. It was 9 hours ago today on March 19th. And he says, I was trying to downgrade EA app to Origin with some XML hacks. I'm not entirely sure what he means by that. But he goes on to say, I was bored, so trying to check extra content page on Steam version of Battlefield 2042 on Origin, and this comes out. By this, he means the picture that I showed you earlier. He made some edits to this post to clarify some things. He says, I have both Steam Standard and Origin Ultimate Edition of Battlefield 2042. This does not show up on both versions. Origin is splitting Steam and Origin version on library, which EA app doesn't. Seems like it only shows up when Origin's language is in English, and someone actually did an API investigation of this. This is a follow-up post to this original post, and we'll just go into detail of that right now. This addresses one of the concerns that I had initially. He says, some folks have spotted Year 2 upgrade in Origin and published their screenshots. I've decided to become an API man once again and use Origin API once more to check if this is fake and how many info do we actually have. He goes into detail. His most important bullet points are the first one and the fifth one. The first one clarifies that this is not fake. This is a real offer inside of the Origin API with placeholder text. His fifth bullet point is, this is not some old thing. He claims it was last updated on the 17th of March, which as of uploading this video is 3 days ago. And remember, this is not out of the question because we already know that Season 5 is confirmed. We just didn't know about additional content after Season 5. And I wouldn't really necessarily think that they would call Season 5 Year 2 if they were only planning to do Season 5. And I remember there was a post a while ago, and there were some statements made by, I believe, the new director of DICE that was brought in midway through Battlefield 2042. And I remember in that post, she stated something along the lines of, we couldn't possibly cancel content, we couldn't do that to our players with Battlefield 2042. I will try to find that post. It's very old. If I can't find it, I apologize, but I know that is a real thing. I made a video on it. But all in all, this is exciting news. Some people might not understand why Battlefield 2042 would get a second year of support, but even I have to admit that Battlefield 2042 being canceled and receiving no further content after Season 5 would absolutely be worse than the game receiving at least a little more content after Season 5. And I would be willing to wager that Year 2 actually does indicate that we'd receive up to 8 seasons. Because obviously in the Year 1 support, we got Seasons 1 through 4, and Year 2, we would most likely receive Seasons 5 through 8. Obviously, there's going to be that camp of people that doesn't see any reason for there to be any support for Battlefield 2042. There's going to be that sect of people that's like, oh, cancel the game, who cares, who cares? Well, it really does matter. Because if they really want to win their player base back, canceling 2 games in a row is not the way to do it. If anything, that is just going to destroy confidence, and it might even make people madder than ever, because in a lot of people's eyes, including even my eyes, they have brought Battlefield 2042 back to an impressive degree. Is the game great? No, it's not great. But relative to where it started, we're kind of getting into that point where this is how the game should have released, and it's worthy of further polish and reworks and all that sort of thing. And I generally just disagree with the sentiment that this game doesn't deserve a year 2 support or that the content should be canceled, because for the first time since release, the game is sort of having a positive uptrend with Season 3 and 4. The player count has seen its first consistent increase since the launch of the game, and to sort of shoot yourself in the foot yet again and destroy that momentum by not supporting the game further would just be the dumbest thing ever. It would also be the biggest DICE move ever, so I wouldn't necessarily be surprised. If they do go ahead to support Battlefield 2042 for a full another year of content, I would anticipate the second year of content to be less. I wouldn't necessarily think that they would equal the amount of content we've received in Season 1, 2, 3, and 4. Obviously, they've reworked the majority of the maps of the game, and I wouldn't expect them to give us 2 new maps in one season because, God forbid. I would expect a similar amount of content, but still less, or maybe more quality of life / polished improvement content-wise, like squad management system, just further quality of life updates. Like maybe they rework some form of vehicle mechanics, or maybe they rework the gunplay in some way. I would still expect to receive 1 map per season, new weapons, new vault weapons, but once they rework all of the maps, I don't necessarily think that they're going to turn around and say, okay, well, we're done with doing 1 new map, 1 rework, let's do 2 new maps. I think they'll stick with 1 new map, and they won't sort of overachieve because, you know, it's DICE here, we can't really expect much. Overall, seeing this leak is definitely good. The confirmation that it's not fake is also great as well. I would really like to see DICE come out and just sort of confirm that they're supporting the game for this full second year, rather than just confirming Season 5 and then waiting to see the reception and then confirming Season 6 and all that sort of stuff, which they, of course, have not done yet. Season 6 has not even been mentioned. All in all, it is absolutely great news for Battlefield 2042, and it's sort of a relief because imagine if they just cancel content and then what are we going to do for a year, right? It's like Battlefield 5 all over again, except Battlefield 5 was actually, they canceled content, it was over a year we had to wait for Battlefield 2042. So yeah, not a great situation. I would really like to see this year 2 content stuff go forward, even if it's lacking, and yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, and of course subscribe to the channel, and join the Discord. Follow me on Twitter. And I just won the Gundam Evolution $1,000 Best of the West tournament. We actually played 2 teams in that tournament, and we finished 1st and 2nd, so we are truly the best in the West. I'll see you guys later.
Hostile! 50 degrees! 70 meters away from my position!